Warning, this podcast contains ice cream. Bloody. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the SC9TV podcast for Heroes Reborn, Season 1, Episode 9, Sundae, Bloody Sundae. Not the YouTube reference. I'm your host, Dom. With me, my co-host, Nikki.
Hey.
How's it going? And Erika.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think of this episode?
Kind of confused, but I liked it.
Yeah, I'm still trying to wrap my head around all the butterflies.
Yeah.
I mean, the only one that really made a huge difference was Quentin.
Yeah.
Other than that, everything else seems to be on the same line as it was before.
Yeah, for the most part. That Quentin really is the big butterfly, and that was pointed out. You're the butterfly, so like that's the one that I'm really trying to wrap my head. It's like, how? Like, how did that affect? Like, so the only thing that was really changed in the timeline was the shooting of Erika in the leg.
Well, you see,
no.
I
Go ahead.
kind of looked at it, and from even from the web series on into the before time, Quentin's whole goal was to find his sister, and he went and worked for an artist to find his sister. He went and worked with Noah to find his sister. Well, in this new timeline, he finds his sister directly after the terrorist attack, and that motivation is no longer there. He's there at Renata's with his sister.
Yeah, but what exactly changed to allow him to find his sister?
Erika.
She
said took to her.
Yeah, because he saved her from bleeding out.
Okay, so it was the gunshot then.
Yeah.
So he just told her, wait in this room, and I'll bring Phoebe in, and he saw him meet up in that room, and Phoebe started talking to him about converting to their side, and there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only change I saw this episode, but I'm sure, like, because they didn't tell the Haitian or do anything with him, he's coming back.
Well, see, that's the other part that's confusing me is the Haitian. Like, that seems to be present day stuff. With right now with the Haitian, that's not in the past. Like, we're already back from the Odessa trip, and the Haitian was in this episode.
Yeah, because he wasn't killed.
He wasn't even told about this. Noah didn't go to the Haitian to get his memories erased. He went to Casper.
Oh yeah. Okay, so the Haitian. Yeah. Okay. So that's starting to make more sense. Because I'm like, what the hell? Like, what trickery was done? Because I was like, because when we meet Haitian again, Renee, when we see him, we see Taylor, who thought she was being kidnapped by her mom, and it ended up being a shape-shifting Evo that is supposedly working in ties with Hero Truther, and which we know is Miko, or Micah? Micah.
It's Micah.
Yeah.
But it was confirmed that he's still locked up with Erika somewhere.
Right. So all that stuff we saw in the web series still happened, like so all that. So it's the only thing so far that we know have changed is Renee and
Quentin.
That's it. That's it so far. But yeah, we saw the Haitian back, and I'm like, so I'm thinking shapeshifter. I'm like, was there another shapeshifter involved? Like, is that what Noah killed was a shapeshifter? So I didn't even make the dots that the butterflies and stuff was what allowed the Haitian to come back. So that was good pointing out. But it appears that Micah is at Sunstone Manor. That's kind of what they alluded to with the lady that was projecting things.
They said that was the last known whereabouts, so he could be in Atlanta in their basement, hooked up to one of those machines. They could have shipped him to Japan to one of their, posts or whatever. So
It was
They
just the way that the building was, and then they said that that was Erika's first property piece that she acquired or whatever, and then they transitioned back to Carlos, who was at Sunstone Manor at the time. So I just assumed that that meant that Micah was at Sunstone Manor.
they,
I
they said
mean, yeah,
using his power, so that kind of to me said that he's plugged up somewhere.
Right. Right. So that's not to say that there's not people plugged in at Sunstone Manor. We don't know that either. So,
Be a good place to hide him.
yeah. I mean, Sunstone Manor was definitely not what I was expecting.
It
Like,
reminded me of that. What's that? Sucker Punch, the movie.
yeah.
Reminded me of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a mental institution or something
Yeah, it
where
was kind of like some kind of mental institution crossed with some kind of um, like Buddhist temple. I
yeah,
almost want to say. Like I got a big vibe off that. Like what was the Hangover? Was it part 3? Part 2? Where they went to like the monastery and like beat the crap out of some guy. I don't know. It felt like that to me. So I don't know, but it seems like there's some form of like manipulation or brainwashing going on there as well, because Carlos bumps into the father and bumps into Jose, and neither of them want to leave. Like we saw what Jose was seeing. We saw visions of him with his father as, uh, was it El Vengador? Is that what it
yeah.
was? Yeah.
I'm
So
so pissed off about that. By the way,
why?
I li- I want to see Matt Parkman in a puddle of fucking goo on the
Oh
floor.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm.
Because
He's being exactly like his fucking father.
yes,
He's
he
except
turned
he's
into his
10
father.
times worse. He's 10 times worse. And I'm so mad. Because
I'm,
before he was just doing little mind trickeries trying to get information for Erica. Now he's legit brainwashing people and
I'm
making them see their worlds.
I'm just sad what they did to his character. It's like,
They fucking
I just,
ruined him.
yeah,
Ah.
Hero comes back and he's awesome. Noah,
Mhm.
comes back in this series. He's awesome. Like,
Angela came back. She's exactly what we expected out of
it's,
her.
yeah, everybody that returned
Mohinder.
is expected. Mohinder, he's still an idiot.
He's still an obsessive scientist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but then Matt Parkman is just like, well, I guess they did kind of hint at it when he was in the police force because he was trying to get promotions and he couldn't, and he was getting really upset because they wouldn't see his value and all that. So I can see where he would turncoat, but it just kind of
I just wouldn't see him turncoating that much, though.
I
I,
mean, 5 years has passed. A lot can go on in 5 years.
I mean, he says that Erica has done a lot for his family. To be honest, I think that was a lie. And I think Erica has his family and his child is locked up, like plugged up like one of the other Evos, and his wife is under lock and key with a gun to her head all the damn time.
It very well could be. Like I said, a lot can happen in 5 years, and I'm sure we're gonna learn how he got to this point.
Of course.
So we have 4 episodes left before this is over.
that's its time.
Yeah. So there's not a lot of time, but there kind of is at the same time. So we have that, and it really drove home when we watched what Matt did to Captain Deering and just made him execute himself. That's just that showed the level that Parkman's gotten to.
Yeah,
We thought
Yeah.
it was bad in the flashback to a year ago.
But at least then he still had some conscience left. Now he has nothing. He's just as brainwashed as everybody else.
Yeah.
And like everyone he's brainwashed, he's just like them.
Yep.
So I was ranting and raving. Like I don't think I shut up, and I probably missed some parts because I was so mad.
Yeah, I could see
Park,
that.
he might end up having somewhat of a messiah complex now too.
Mm,
Because you know, I don't know, because the way he was talking on that loudspeaker, it was kind of odd.
yeah, I mean, like Nikki said, it's basically he's turned into his father. This is exactly what his father was like in season 2 of the original Heroes.
Yeah.
So he was known as the Bad Man or the Boogeyman or what was I don't even remember what Molly was calling him.
I think she just called him the bad man.
Yeah. So
Um, yeah, it's either that or the boogeyman, but I'm pretty sure it was simple like the Batman. So
yeah, it's a shame. Um, but on a little bit of a lighter note, we got to spend some time with Melina on her road trip with Luke, which I thought was adorable.
it was fucking amazing. Until
That yeah,
I wish she was fucking crispy right now. God damn it.
Well, before that, we had Nathan or Tommy or whatever you want to call him. Goes to visit his mom, and I'm sitting there going, okay, I don't know what's going on because I was like, I'm trying to wrap my head around this, and I'm like, but Tommy just knew, and then yeah, there was Casper and the penny, and I go, but the timeline was, I, and then I realized it just kind of all, fell into place when Noah came in, and Tommy's just like, no, I understand it, perfectly, and it seemed like Tommy understanding it was better than any fan watching at the time could understand it. He's just like, oh yeah, Claire's my mom, Hero's my dad. I'm only a year old technically, and everything makes perfect sense. I was just like, well, when you put it that way, okay, keep going.
If you get it, you might as well just keep going,
Yeah.
because we're fucking lost. Just keep it, just, you know.
No, but it makes sense, like he was technically only born a year ago.
Yeah.
And then Hero traveled back in time. He's his adopted son, so he's not his biological father, but
Close enough.
he played the father figure. Claire was his legitimate mom, and I can't begin to tell you. I don't know if you guys talked about this while I was gone. I'm sure you did, but the fact that Tommy was able to steal Claire's powers and allow her to die just took this big burden off of my shoulders of like how I'm going to actually accept the fact that Claire died, and I can
Yeah.
now.
because
We
she lost
didn't, yeah, we didn't really talk about it in detail or anything. We just said, okay, it makes sense. Dom was
Yeah.
wrong.
Where was I wrong?
No, no, I didn't. We didn't say that. But
I never said anything about other than like until
no,
I find out how her power was gone, I can't see how she's dead.
I
we
we
were
know.
all we were all talking about how could it be suppressed, and even when it's suppressed,
Right.
it's released back, and then she regenerates. Well, she just lost her power because the
Right.
baby.
Yeah,
Yeah. So does that mean now that Tommy can't be killed?
no, he can only hold one power at a time.
The thing is, he has the Peter Petrelli power.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
So,
Peter's
however,
original power was
one at a
yeah.
absorbing
time.
all the
So
powers.
actually,
It
if
wasn't
they're
until season 2 when Peter lost the ability to retain all the powers and was only able to hold on to one at a time.
yeah, it wasn't until he blew up.
Right.
But
Because I
so if they're
remember season 1, he was just
Oh
absorbing so
yeah.
many different powers. I was like, this
so
just makes him so extremely powerful that there's no way to stop Peter. And then when
what
he
I
exploded,
think
he was only able to retain the one at a time.
what I think is going to happen, and this is a long shot prediction, but hey, my Peter Petrelli power thing actually did come true too. So he has the original power, the absorbing every power,
Mm-hmm.
but he doesn't know how to activate them, and that's something that Melina's going to do.
Mm.
So when the two of them get together, her powers or whatever is going to help him unlock the knowledge of all these other powers he's absorbed and do whatever.
Yeah, it's completely possible. Because then when I realized, I was like, oh, so Tommy can teleport things. And it was definitely a different way that Hero teleported things. But now that we learned that Tommy can also time travel with them, that makes things a lot more interesting.
And it's the same power except it's a different focus.
Right. It's
Like
not
he's
just where, it's also when. And
yeah, and he's not necessarily, you know, Hero had this idea of where he would just super concentrate, and then it would do. Whereas Tommy just, he knows all he has to do is touch it and think about it. He doesn't have to like squint his eyes and everything. So it's just a different,
But I mean, he can do what Hero did too. He stopped time. He did it almost the same way that Hero did it.
because he was getting shot at. Yeah.
Yeah, that was in the Sunday Bloody Sunday place. The ice cream shop
Right.
when Joanne came in, took Emily and Casper hostage. Casper got shot right in the head.
Yep. No
I'm
come
just
back from that.
I'm
Unless.
I'm just gonna say that it still does not rule out the fact that he could be Siler.
No, because Siler has Claire's power and you need to hit him in the sweet spot. Even then, it still won't kill him.
We don't know where the sweet spot is right now. That's the
No,
thing.
he moved it.
He moved it. So that's the only thing we know about Siler is he moved it.
It's in his butt.
That would be
It is.
terrible. That would be terrible.
I have the worst image in my head right now.
I would say something, but it's not appropriate.
Exactly, it's not
It has
appropriate.
nothing to do with a strap on, does it? So anyway,
Doesn't have to be a strap on.
yeah, I guess so.
I was thinking you shove a butt plug up there and all his power shut off. I mean, that's what I was thinking.
This just went south, guys. Just went south. Brings a whole new meaning to Sunday Bloody Sunday.
Could
But,
you imagine? No, now it's been said. It's gonna go farther.
Oh,
He's actually getting it. And it's like on and off, on and off, on and off.
so that does not prevent Casper from being silent.
No, it doesn't.
Because we know the bullet will just fly out at some point and he will heal.
Shapeshift back into Siler and we'll all be happy.
If because they did leave the place pretty quickly,
Mhm.
so that's not an instantaneous thing. With Siler, it doesn't happen like in 3 seconds. It's something that's kind of like Wolverine. In what was it, X-Men 2 when he got shot in the head. And he falls over and then the bullet slowly forces its way out and then he stands back up. It's one of those things. So it if he's Siler, he'll come back. If he's not Siler, then R.I.P. Casper.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see Casper for at least the next 3 episodes if that is the case. So I think for the time being that is the end of Casper. If it is in fact Siler, we'll probably see him in the last episode. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, he took off. Tommy took off with Emily, right?
Yeah, where did they go?
They didn't show, but Emily has no memory of him anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna be like, "What the fuck? You're not my boy. What are we doing? Who are you?"
What? They took her memory?
Casper took her memory when he was getting his ice cream. He said, because there was a point where they were walking down the street. He was dropping her off at work, and Casper was on the phone with Noah and said, "Yeah, he's coming, but I have some loose ends to tie up."
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about Emily.
He was about to grab it, but then he took his hand and slapped it. He's like, "You need to keep those memories. They're important."
Oh goodness. Okay.
Oh, I didn't. I thought she was just like sitting in a blank slate, but then I guess Joanne was kind of in almost the same position because he's just like, "I got this. Go, just go pick up the penny." So I thought her stuff was already wiped and the penny was gonna transfer more stuff. But I guess since she never actually touched it, that's why Joanne was able to retain her memories as well. So yeah.
Fuck Joanne.
Well, Joanne never actually touched it either. She
Right.
just grabbed it, and then
But then we saw her afterwards where she was able to retain memory. So I guess that's how the stuff with Emily still falls into play. So yeah,
Okay.
got it. Probably justify that.
Casper was about to take her memory, but then it was like, "Oh yeah, your first true love." No.
Yeah. Okay. I remember that part now.
Yep.
That makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
Would have made things interesting though.
Yeah, and then we see a really large flash forward.
Very 8,000 freaking years. Seriously.
7,957 to be exact.
8,000 freaking years.
7,957. significant.
It is
The
significant.
planet
I
was
don't know why it's significant, but it is.
yeah, it's not a random number, that's for sure.
No,
We just
it's
don't know
never
what it is.
random. This show. What? Um.
Okay.
So 9 year what?
It's the year 9972.
Okay.
I still don't get the significance.
Everybody take mental notes about that number because
Mhm.
it's gonna be some sort of significance.
I was
Um.
hoping it was gonna be like even like the year or the year 10,000 or something, but it's not. I don't know.
Yeah, that was weird. She real this time?
I don't. She still seems like the Katana girl from the computer program, and we just get like this voiceover from Mohinder, and to me, this almost seemed like that final scene would be a good way to end the series. This series, because it's like, okay, the world is still intact. So the only thing that we got out of that clip so far is whatever they did saved the world. That's all we got out of this.
Well, I mean, by save the world, I don't know. I mean, it's there.
Because that's clearly not Katana Girl from the computer program. That's Katana Girl in real life.
Yeah, but if Melina had anything to do with it, she would have regrown patches, or at least there would have been some green. But it was like freaking Tatooine, and there was a little freaking cyber village off to the side.
Right, but that's not to say that she just wasn't in a desert. That's
I
not to say
guess
the whole world has been scorched. We don't, I'm not saying it's not either. We don't know, but I just assume she was in a desert somewhere.
I don't know. I mean, with all Angela's visions that they showed us, everything looks just like sandy, and Lena puts her hand on the ground, and everything just grows.
Yeah.
We also don't know how far of a range that would have, though. Like if she'd be able to grow back the entire planet or something like that.
It might also mean Melina didn't survive.
Yeah.
Maybe Tommy absorbed her powers, and Tommy's the one that can carry it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
And it is like forever in the future too, so it could have all just died off.
Yeah, like you
This is
said,
true.
it's close to 8,000 years in the future.
This is true. It could, the flare could have never happened, and that's just the natural course of things.
Yeah. Anyway, next week, the episode is called 11:53 to Odessa, and it is the fall finale.
So we get a break.
We get a bit of a break. The show comes back January 7th, following that week, and will air the next 3 weeks in a row, and then conclude. So, you got one more episode, and then about a month break, and then the final 3 episodes. So they end on episode 10 for the break, and then just final 3. So,
Okay.
anyway, to save humanity, Tommy must join forces with a deadly enemy. Who? Let's figure that out before we keep going.
Well, I mean, he is with Erika right now.
Right.
I mean, she is saving the world in her own respect, and then there's his way that he was told he has to save the world.
Right. Now we know that Tommy has the ability to travel through time.
But he's not going to do that with Phoebe staring or breathing down his neck.
But we also get this glimpse of 7,957 years into the future. So it's going to be significant in some way, shape, or form. So I have a feeling we're going to see him, if not more people, end up there in Katana Girl. Maybe that's how Katana Girl got there in the first place. Don't really know. And
Something to do with Micah.
yeah, maybe. And one hero discovers her true power, but can Melina save the most beloved hero of all? Who's the most beloved hero of all?
There.
No, fuck Claire. She's
Whoa.
not beloved in my heart.
Wow.
I mean, I think of Hero. Like Hero being the most beloved hero of all, but we already know he's gone through his three episode arc for this season.
Yeah, he's kind of left where we don't really know what his fate was. He went into a battle with the
Harris.
yeah, Harrison's clones, but or Harris
The
Harris or
Harris
Harrison
squad. It's Harris.
Harris. Harris's clones, and that's it. We don't know his fate. And Noah said, "I'll see you in, you know,
Most beloved
a couple
hero.
years, whatever," and that's it.
I I don't know. I'm trying to like look into like the casting and stuff to see if there's any names that are popping out that we haven't seen yet, and I honestly don't see any.
There's, I don't know.
But the one hero who discovers her true power has got to be Melina. But I don't know who the most beloved hero is. I can't think of it.
The only thing I could think of that's not even, I wouldn't even think it's a beloved hero at all. It's just that it's the one that we haven't actually seen is the three different versions of Nikki.
Mm, yeah.
It's not love though.
Micah, maybe.
I mean, he is kind of a media face, but I mean, does that make him beloved? I know he's starting a rebellion and everything, but like, I don't know. I think it's Melina saving Tommy or Nathan from Erika.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So Nathan is the most beloved hero.
What if it is
at this
Silent?
moment.
That would be
What
great if it was Siler.
if it was Siler? I'd be so happy.
That
Because
would
he
be a
is.
great
I
way
wouldn't.
to end the fall finale as Siler instead of like we were saying end the series with it. Can you imagine ending the fall finale with Siler and you're just like,
They bring
no, you cannot go on a month break now.
they
Well, I
bring
mean,
Casper. He automatically regenerates into Siler. It's like what happened?
Yeah.
I,
And then it cuts to a January break.
I don't know.
I
I
would
mean,
cry. I would cry liquid tears.
I wouldn't be mad at the writers of the show anymore for ruining Matt Parkman. I'd be like, all right, you gave me Siler. I'm all better now.
Sean Shells in chat says Noah is the hero they're talking about, and that is actually something that a lot of people overlook. Is Noah has kind of been
Well, I
like the
mean,
staple of this. Yes, he doesn't have a power,
no,
but they're clearly separating the people with powers as evos. So just because and we've seen this with Carlos as well. Just because you don't have powers doesn't mean you can't be a hero.
no. And I have mentioned this that like Noah has always been a pivotal part of the Heroes franchise, even though he doesn't have superhuman powers.
I mean, he's the glue that's basically carried this whole show. This show, I don't
Hmm.
think would have been able to happen. This whether you want to call it season 5 or if you want to call it season 1 of Heroes Reborn, however you want to look at it. I don't think it could have happened without him.
No.
Not
Even a
not
lot
to
of
a
the
level that we
plot.
could have enjoyed anyway.
No. And even a lot of the plot from the previous like whole series, Noah was the glue. I mean, there's a lot of things that people were really pissed off about him, but I mean, without him, there wouldn't have been no story going forward at all.
Hmm.
Especially in season 5. I mean, 4.
Right.
Oh
Season
my
4.
gosh.
Yeah.
It'd be really
With
funny if they pulled one out of their butt and it's like, "Hey, Linderman's back."
He's not
What?
beloved.
There was I think in was it episode 1 or episode 2 there was a minor reference to Linderman.
Yeah,
It's like
Yeah,
a
the
school or
school.
something. Yeah.
or junior high. Yeah.
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 So we'll see if Sean is right.
Yeah.
Maybe it is Noah.
It makes sense.
It does. It does.
But I
and
mean,
I'm hoping
he's not in danger right now.
right
And
now.
and right now, so like if we're looking at it from this standpoint, from just finishing this episode, Tommy's the one in trouble.
Yeah, Tommy makes the most sense, but Noah's the one that said that he was gonna save him. So I grow to trust Noah. Like what Noah
Well,
says he's gonna
Noah
do
and
is what
Melina
Noah's
together
gonna do.
now, so
Yeah, that's true. That's true too.
That was just a really kind of awesome moment when he walks into into the thing. The cops are all everywhere, and he's like, Melina, and the cops just kind of look. It's like, that's my granddaughter. And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they just kind of get together. It's like, does she even know that at that point?
I mean, she's probably seen pictures. Like Angela's probably told her about Noah.
Maybe, but where was Angela through all this?
She's still at the convent holding Gray.
Hmm.
She might be in hiding now, but she's too old to run.
Yeah, but I mean, like, where was she in raising Melina? Like, we didn't get to see any of that.
No,
We
we
saw.
did. She took Melina to the convent and she raised her there. She was even taught. Melina was saying, "Well, my grandma never let me have candy on movie night,
Oh
things
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
that."
yeah. I mean, I guess it just. I guess it really escaped me because we saw more of how Tommy was raised than we did her.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
It was in that car ride and stuff where they were catching up.
Because she was eating. What was she eating? Gummy bears.
Yep. Bouncing here and there and everywhere.
In her tummy.
Yeah. All right, so I think that about does it.
Gummy bears?
Yes, there you go.
That's just, okay.
Nikki, where can people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Excellent. Erika, where can people find you?
Pretty much everywhere across the internet at Erika Reigns 7.
Real quick, Sean in chat says Parkman has it. That's very interesting.
Parkman has Angela.
Mm.
I mean, maybe, but is that something you read somewhere? Like, is that spoilers? That nobody knows or should know?
I don't know. I like that. If it's a theory. So, you can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. You can find the three of us and more on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here on YouTube at /ASO TV Podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Until next week, see you guys later. Are we still here?
No.
Goodbye.
Guys.